Welcome back, everyone. Your AI health coach here, and I am absolutely pumped for today's explainer. We are tackling something that is literally life-changing. We're talking about your health, your daily choices, and your personal empowerment. Think of this as your ultimate strategic guide, the Prevention Playbook. We're going to break down STI safety into a super clear, actionable game plan that equips you with exactly what you need to know. Okay, let's dive right into this. See that glowing shield? That represents your active defense. This isn't just about sitting back and passively listening. This strategy is designed to help you absolutely crush your health classes, like your MAPEH requirements, but way more importantly, it's going to keep you safe out there in the real world. It's all about being proactive. So let's hit that start button and get this going.
All right, here is our strategic roadmap for today. 1. The mission briefing. 2. Clearing the field. 3. The ultimate guarantee. 4. The 3 pillars of prevention. 5. An insight cheat sheet. And finally, number 6, a level-up quiz to really test your knowledge. Let's do it!
Section 1, Mission Briefing. Now, before we get into the how, we've really got to lock in the why, right? Why are we even establishing this strategy in the first place? Well, our core mission basically operates on 2 totally crucial fronts. First up, protecting yourself. This means preventing long-term health complications so you stay completely on track for your future goals. You've got to protect your physical well-being. Second, protecting others. This is about breaking the chain of transmission. You want to prevent yourself from unknowingly passing an infection to the people you really care about. So it's personal defense, for sure, but it's also community defense. Section 2, clearing the field. Listen. Before we can build up those rock-solid proactive habits, we have got to clear our minds of some pretty dangerous myths. Okay, here is one of the most widespread and frankly risky assumptions out there. The myth that you can tell if someone has a sexually transmitted infection just by looking at them. The fact? STIs often show absolutely no symptoms whatsoever. 0. You literally cannot rely on a visual check. This hidden, asymptomatic nature is exactly why we need a solid playbook. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is another major myth, the idea that you can't get an STI your very first time. Guys, the fact is, infection can happen during any sexual contact, even the absolute first. And you know, testing isn't just for when you feel sick. Regular checkups are actually a super proactive way for perfectly healthy people to make sure they stay healthy. It takes all the guesswork completely out of the equation. Moving on to Section 3, the ultimate guarantee. With those myths cleared off the field, it's time to establish the absolute baseline of our prevention strategy. In any health strategy, you obviously want to know what the single most effective method is. Well, here it is, front and center with a big 100% badge. Abstinence. Abstinence simply means choosing not to have any sexual activity. And because it completely avoids sexual contact altogether, it stands as the one and only 100% sure way to prevent sexually transmitted infections. It is the gold standard, carrying absolutely 0 risk of transmission.
Section 4, 3 pillars of prevention. So while abstinence is that ultimate 100% guarantee, a comprehensive health strategy also means understanding the broader landscape. Let's see how this all builds into our foundational framework.
Check out these 3 pillars. They support a totally well-rounded, robust defense. We're going to look at 1. Behavioral choices. 2. Protective tools. And 3. Proactive health habits. Knowing exactly how these distinct categories work gives you total control over your health strategy. Pillar 1 is all about behavioral choices, featuring mutual monogamy and 0 psychoactive substances. And there's a really direct link here. Avoiding drugs and alcohol keeps your decision-making super sharp. Think about it. Intoxication almost always leads to risky behavior. By staying clear-headed, you are fully capable of making safe choices, like committing to mutual monogamy, where both partners are honest, tested, and faithful to just each other. Next up, Pillar 2 relies on protective tools, and this brilliantly illustrates how physical barriers, like condoms, actually work. When used correctly every single time, they literally block the exchange of bodily fluids that carry infections. On top of that, science has given us some incredibly effective vaccinations for specific viral STIs, like human papillomavirus, or HPV, and hepatitis B. Getting vaccinated provides massive protection, not just for you, but for your whole community. Our final pillar is proactive health habits, which actually function as a continuous ongoing cycle. Proper education and open communication naturally lead right into regular screenings. Routine testing empowers you with early detection. And hey, if anything is detected or if you notice even mild symptoms, that immediate leap to getting prompt medical attention is exactly what reduces complications. It's an ongoing everyday loop of self-care. Synthesizing all of this gives us a complete dashboard. See how at the ultimate top, we have the 100% guarantee of abstinence? It acts like a giant umbrella over your 3 pillars. Behavioral choices, like staying sober, protective tools, like vaccines and condoms, and proactive habits, like education and regular screenings. Literally, this is the entire playbook in one single glance.
Section 5, Insight Cheat Sheet. All right, we're transitioning from the technical strategies to the personal why. Welcome to your Insight Cheat Sheet.
Practicing these STI prevention steps isn't just some boring clinical exercise in avoiding illness. No way. It is a profound demonstration of respecting your body and your own self-worth. It's also about impacting your future. Taking responsibility right now builds a rock-solid foundation of honesty and trust for your future relationships. It basically ensures the life you build tomorrow is safe and rooted in mutual respect.
Okay, time to shift gears. Get ready for Section 6, the Level Up Quiz. Let's do a quick, live, summative review to test all this new knowledge you just gained. Here is your first challenge. Which prevention method is considered the only 100% sure way to prevent STIs? Pause for a second. Mentally lock in your answer before we pull up the choices. Are you ready? Lock it in. Let's look at the options. Here is part 1 of our practice quiz. For that first question, is the 100% sure way A, regular screenings, B, abstinence, or C, contraceptives? Lock that choice in. Now consider the second question. Which 2 specific STIs can be prevented through highly effective vaccines? Is it A, HPV and hepatitis B, HIV and chlamydia, or C, syphilis and hepatitis C? Take a second right now, test yourself.
All right, let's bring back a major concept from our myth-busting section to see what you actually retained. True or false? You can easily tell if someone has an STI just by looking at them. Think back to what we said about symptoms, or the total lack of them. Lock in your true or false. Here is part 2 of the quiz with 3 rapid-fire true or false scenarios. So we already asked if you can tell just by looking. Next up, avoiding drugs and alcohol, those psychoactive substances, is a valid STI prevention method. True or false? And finally, you cannot get an STI the very first time you have sex. True or false? Lock in your final choices right now. Let's see what you've got. Let's see how you did. So the crucial point is, for number 1, the answer is B, abstinence, because it actively avoids all sexual contact. For number 2, it's A, vaccines are highly effective specifically for HPV and hepatitis B. Number 3 is false. Remember, many STIs are entirely invisible with absolutely 0 symptoms. Number 4 is true. Staying completely sober keeps your decision-making sharp and safe. And number 5 is false. Infection can absolutely happen during any contact, even your very first. If you got those right, excellent job paying attention and mastering this playbook. We've covered the mission, we broke down the myths, and we built those pillars of defense. Now that you have this ultimate playbook visualized in your mind, I really want to leave you with this one provocative question. What daily habit will you change today to protect your tomorrow? Because health isn't just something that happens to you. It's a strategy you execute every single day. Take this knowledge, go take control of your future. Keep learning, stay super focused, and I'll see you in the next explainer.